Hello, this is Ricky Pound back again, twice in one evening. What are things coming to? Tonight I am going to briefly talk about just one object. It's a Meissen Slop Bowl from around 1735, possibly 1740, but more likely I think mid 1730s. Now, slop bowls were something that you got in the services. So if you ordered a Meissen service and say got 30 pieces, you would automatically get a slop bowl. And in each of these services you would have had the same gilding pattern on every object, and also the same painting as well. So either a landscape or a harbour or a chinoiserie or a natural history theme. So I can link this particular slop bowl to a particular service, and I've actually also managed to get to purchase the teapot, which is actually in a museum at the moment on display. So I'm going to show you this particular fantastic example of a slop bowl from around 1735. I'm going to start off, if I can get close. They as you can see, you've got a harbour scene, you've got gentlemen, you've got ships in the background. If I can get a little bit closer for you, you can see there they are. Right at the top of this gilded cartouche, you've got a shell. You've also got a shell on the teapot as well, which is also another part of this service as well. And you've got a shell on the bottom as well. Now if I turn it round, you've got these lovely, beautifully painted flowers between these cartouches. And here you've got a gentleman with his lady. You've got a very strange shaped tree here, almost as if it's deformed or hit by lightning. There's another one just on the left hand side, and again it's another harbour scene. And if I turn it round again, you've got this lovely European flower. If I turn it onto the inside, this is one of my favourite features of these kind of cups and slop bowls. You've got this beautifully painted, very detailed and small scene, again of a harbour within double concentric circles, and the most beautiful gilding pattern on the inside. You can probably just about make that out there. Absolutely superb. If I turn it on its back, you've got the rim here, a slight bit of damage here, nothing to write home about. And of course you've got the Meissen double swords there as well. And it's difficult to see, but right at the top where my finger is, you can probably just about make out, there you go, a gilder's number. This number's 44, which means that everything in this service, and say there were 30 pieces, the gilder would have done all of the gilding, and that number 44 would have stayed with him throughout his Meissen career. So the way to ascertain if one piece of porcelain belonged to the same surface as another are two, in fact three ways. Firstly, the gilding pattern has to be the same, and each gilding pattern is unique to that service. So each part of that service will have that exact gilding pattern. It's almost like it's like a fingerprint. It's that certain. The second part, of course, is the number on the bottom, 44. So all things within this service will have the same gilding pattern and the name, the number 44. And of course the same type of painting, probably the same painter on each piece as well, with the same theme. So this theme here is, as I said, harbour scenes. And so what were these for? Well, I think it's pretty obvious. So they're called slop bowls because everything that's left over you put in here, and then that gets taken out and disposed of at the end of the tea drinking session. These are, just because of the size, some of the biggest, the largest ceramics you will have in a service, and they're also one of the most beautiful because it really allows the painter the chance to express himself, because you've got this large area of white porcelain on which to paint. And then, as I say, the gilder does his own little job here and around the outside of the cartouche. So working together, they create what you see today. Now sometimes you will get a thrower's mark as well, which will be located on the inside rim here. They can be little symbols, they can be little slash marks, they can be stars, and again it's a way of identifying who threw or who made the porcelain on each of these pieces. So there you have it. I'll give you one quick look again. Beautiful harbour scenes. And pass it around the outside. Lady and gentleman. The foot with the crossed swords and the gilder's number, and of course the inside where you've also got a European harbour scene. Thank you very much.